Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to call to order the June 8th, 2026 Joint Finance Audit, Budget, and Internal Services Committees. Please rise for the pledge.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next item is adoption of the agenda.
Romano adopts the agenda.
Support. Motion from Commissioner Romano, support from Commissioner Howard. Please vote on the agenda.
Aye or not?
You vote?
Yay?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
There it is.
Got it.
there it is. You getting there?
Motion passes 10-0.
Thank you. Next item is approval of minutes. Take a motion to approve the minutes dated May 13th, 2026.
Motion to approve the minutes.
Or
Motion from Commissioner Goike, support from Commissioner Haw. I don't see any questions or comments. Commissioners, please vote.
bless you. Bless you.
Untitled.
Thank you, Chief.
Motion passes 10-0.
Thank you. Next is public participation. Anybody from the public wishing to speak on any item on today's agenda, come on up. You have 3 minutes to speak. Anybody from the public wishing to speak? Seeing none, we will close public participation and move on to item 6. We have presentation from the Treasurer's Office, 2026 first quarterly report. I will take a motion to receive and file.
Motion to receive and file.
Support.
Motion from Commissioner Howard, support from Commissioner Grote, and we have Christina here. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, everyone. I just want to touch base on a few things regarding the portfolio. We're still continuing to invest, for the most part, in treasuries. We do have quite a bit of CDs still in roads, and we're transferring them over in a 4-week. Every time 4 mature, we then purchase a treasury because of they're safer and whatnot. So that is about all I have, and treasuries are kind of holding strong with the interest rate. And other than that, that's about all I have. If anybody has any questions.
Thanks, Christina. Commissioners, any questions? All right, I don't see any. Hearing and seeing none. Commissioners, please vote.
Much faster than Skip.
Where's your sidekick?
Motion passes 10-0.
Thank you. Thank you, Christina.
Thank you.
Now we will move on to item 7, which is department recommendations. I will take a motion for items A and B. Finance Department, Plante and Moran PLLC contract extension in the amount of $130,000 and a professional services agreement for the same amount. Motion to move to full board.
Motion to move A and B to full board.
Support.
Motion from Commissioner Romano, support from Commissioner Wallace. John, you're up.
So I just have 2 things I wanted to go over. First, the budget amendment and the contractual service extension is just kind of our quarterly extension with Plante Moran. The budget amendment is just reallocating funds within our department budget, so no additional funds are being requested from the general fund. We're just moving things around within the finance department budget in order to cover the contractual service. Currently, Plante Moran is helping us with the audit and the ongoing process, and then we'll kind of move into the 2025 single audit to close that out with the September 30th due date on that. The other thing that I want to talk about, or was asked to kind of talk about with you guys today, is our department recently held our budget kickoff meeting for the 2027 budget that took place last Monday. Just a couple of things I wanted to go over is more or less the timeline for the budget. As I mentioned, the budget kickoff was last Monday. This week, all the departments are receiving their budget work papers from our department. And then over the next 3 weeks, one of which you guys, I believe, are approving today on your agenda, which is the BOC statistical page that we put together. And we will incorporate that in the audit and make sure that all the departments kind of get it and get it back to you guys to review. But after that, Over the next couple of weeks through July 1st, we'll have our fiscal analysts reach out to their particular departments to help them get through any questions that may have arisen as they started looking through their budget work papers. With the planned completion of that of July 1st. Beginning July 2nd, those work papers come back to the department, or come back to the finance department. We usually take a couple weeks to kind of review those, and then we'll start having our meetings with those departments. So we plan to have those meetings take place from July 9th through August 13th. Following those meetings from mid-August through September 4th, we'll put together the preliminary draft of the budget and kind of begin discussions with you guys with anything that we see that's out of the ordinary in the budget or in the budget process, similar to how the budget process worked last year. We'll stay in communication as much as possible along the way with you guys. We do have plans for budget revisions and capital improvement meetings in September with the final draft, our final draft being completed right around mid-September. So we have a plan September 14th through the 18th for that. And then with the executive review coming in that following week with the planned presentation or planned submittal to the BOC on the deadline of September 30th. Following that, we'll have the department budgets. The department budgets will start to have their meetings with you guys as per the calendar that was approved by you guys in your May meeting with a planned adoption date of November 19th. Following that, we will then submit the approved budgets out to the department so that they know heading into the 2027 fiscal year, calendar year, what their approved numbers were coming out of the budget hearing process with updates into Workday following that. So if you have any questions about the budget schedule, I'm happy to follow up with you, kind of present along the way, keep you guys informed as we go through the process. But anything you guys need, we're happy to help.
Thank you, John, and thanks for that update. Greatly appreciate that. Commissioners, are there any questions on the contract or any questions about the process for John? All right, I see no speakers. Commissioners, please vote.
Commissioner Lucido?
Yep, sorry.
Motion passes 10-0.
Thank you. Thank you, John. Next, we'll move on to several vehicle purchases. In the spirit of Commissioner Perna, I'd like to take a motion to move to full board items C, D, E, F, G, all the way through L, please.
So move.
Support.
Motion from Commissioner Hawes, support from Commissioner Romano. Nicole, go ahead.
Hi, everybody. Okay, so I will just tell you what department they're for, how many, and the amount, and then if you guys have questions, just let me know. So the first one is for the Sheriff's Office. It's just their annual purchase. This one is for Lunghamer Ford for 15 Interceptors and 5 transit vans. That total for that is going to be $683,115 total. Also for the Sheriff's Office, again with their annual purchase, this is going to be from Todd Wenzel Chevrolet in the amount of $590,025. It's going to be 7 police Tahoes, 2 police Silverados, and 3 Equinoxes. For the set division, they are going to be purchasing 5 vehicles in the amount of $234,520, also for the Sheriff's Office. For the Sheriff's Office, again, from LaFontaine, is going to be an F-350 when the total in the amount of $62,877. Okay. Next is going to be for animal control. There's going to be 2 purchases, one from Lunghamer Ford. One's going to be a police Interceptor, which is going to be like an Explorer, in the amount of $49,501. The next is going to be from Todd Wenzel. That's gonna be a Chevrolet Tahoe in the amount of $55,767. Next is for emergency management. This is gonna be from Lunghamer Ford, purchase of one F-150 Super Cab pickup in the amount of $48,892. Then we're gonna go to F&O from Todd Wenzel Chevrolet, 2026 GMC Savannah vans. That total is $119,277. Then we have Public Works. Now, these aren't gonna come out of like the general fund. These have their own funding source. These are all gonna be from Lunghamer Ford, and there's 3 different pickups. I don't know if you want to tell me, if you want me to tell you what the individual accounts are coming out of, but that total for that is $139,734. And the last one in the group is for the executive's office. It's an Acadia from Todd Wenzel Chevrolet in the amount of $50,571.
Thank you, Nicole. That was a lot, I know. We do have some questions.
Okay.
Commissioner Ha.
Hi, Nicole. I'll ask my normal question when you make this request. Is this it for the year?
No,
Oh,
but thank you for asking. I think I have a couple more.
a couple more.
One for sure, and I'm pretty sure that Matt's want to purchase a few vehicles. We're just not certain what vehicles. yet.
Okay, one of the vehicles that I'm looking for was a police interceptor for animal control.
Yes, the reason we do that is because they take out all the seats in the back anyway, because they put in animal cages. So it's a lot less expensive than just to buy a regular Explorer and take everything out.
Okay. I've noticed most of the purchases are from dealers in Macomb County except for Owosso.
Todd Wenzel, actually none of them are in Macomb County,
None of them.
none of them. But they all hold a state bid, so I purchase off the state bid as opposed to bidding out each individual vehicle separately. Anybody from the state can purchase off that contract.
On the state bid process, can they explain why nobody in Macomb County, no dealerships are eligible?
They are.
Oh, they
just-
are? They
Yes.
just don't
anybody-
meet the
yes,
price?
They can submit their bid, and then whoever, like, it's awarded the bid. So if if a dealership from Macomb County does, submit their bid, they have the potential to be awarded the state bid, but as of right now, they are not.
Okay, and with the no answer, what do you anticipate coming back in addition to this?
I know Plante wants a vehicle. I think that they are getting a van. That's the only one that I see that's really outstanding that we have projected. And like I said, Matt's wants a couple, but I'm just not certain what they want yet because we had a little bit of an issue trying to find cars and make sure we had a variety of vehicles for them.
And Ben didn't ask for any new vehicles? so-
Yeah, Ben's getting 3. Yeah, he's getting 3. Yeah.
Thank you. That's all I have, Chair.
Thanks, Commissioner. Commissioner Bueno.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi.
So for the sheriff and the animal control, are these all replacements, one for
Yes.
one, and nothing that's a new add-on, just replacing?
No, for all the general fund ones, they're all 1 for 1. Yeah.
The, I noticed in our packet, Public Works Commissioner had indicated, we're replacing this one, it was this year, and the one we're replacing is going to go to the county auction. So is that, so for the police vehicles, the animal control, do you have, maybe just to share with us later, how old those vehicles are that we're replacing?
Once they are replaced, I could. We kind of have it slated out. Generally, 90% of the time that stays the same. Sometimes we have a crash, or sometimes the vehicle, has more repair work and needs to be moved up in the line. So yeah, I could share that with you later, or how that goes.
All of these, are all of the vehicles that were, the old ones then going to the county auction too?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Commissioner. Chair Sabatini.
Thank you. Hi, Nicole. Just really quick on the Public Works ones, you said those are in separate funds. How does that work?
So they're coming out of, I can show you, I'll let you know. One of the, Okay, so one of the regular cab F-150s is coming out of the Soil Erosion Equipment Fund. So that's like their drain equipment fund. So that's just their funding. That has nothing to do with our general fund. There's another one that's an F-150 that's coming out of wastewater vehicle. That it's going for the wastewater department over there, and it's funded by their MIDD fund.
Okay.
And then the crew cab 250 pickup, that one is being funded also by the drain equipment fund.
Okay, 100% of those funds, correct? There's no
Correct.
general.
Nothing is coming out of the general fund budget for public works.
Okay,
Yep.
great. Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you, Chair. Commissioner Lucido.
Thank you, Chair. My question is for the executive's car. You know how long he's had his present vehicle?
Yeah, he's had his vehicle probably upwards of over 5 years, but he has over 170,000 miles on it, and he has engine and transmission.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I was just trying to figure out like approximately like how many miles he uses a year type deal to see if it'd be like, if it was like with the executives, like obviously police, they're gonna put a ton of miles on their cars. We have to purchase them.
Yeah.
But if a lease would be a better option for like the executive's car
Oh,
and
yeah,
things like that.
he has a
So that's the
Hummer,
only
so he
reason why I
does, yeah.
asked.
He's got quite a few.
All right, thank you. That's all I have, Chair.
Thanks, Commissioner. Commissioner Goike.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you for being here. I just had the Sheriff Department, I think it was an F-350, or wasn't it?
Yes.
What did they use, a 350? I mean, that's
That is for the SWAT team. So they pull a trailer. They,
Okay.
Yeah, that's for all their equipment.
That's why I was just curious, now that you
Yeah,
connected the
it has to be a
dots.
bigger truck because that trailer's pretty heavy.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thanks, Commissioner. Nicole, a couple questions. For the, say, emergency vehicles, police, fire, first responders, are those already outfitted before we receive them, or do we have to do any work afterwards once we receive them?
We do work afterwards. So we'll put like the lights and the bars and sirens and all that on them.
Okay, so along those lines, I guess if there are county employees that receive a vehicle, is there a process for those employees to make any modifications to a vehicle that we purchase through the county?
Like the police ones? Or
Like-
are you talking about?
Like any of them, let's say F&O wants to black out the windows on their van or something, add extra tint or, flashing lights or
Neon
something
lights.
like that. Is there,
Well, they would generally know that doesn't happen. However, if they wanted some sort of special accommodation or special consideration for their vehicles, it would have to go through like their department head and then it have to come through me and then we would figure out if it's necessary or if it can be done.
gotcha. I also was kind of curious what that process was.
Yeah,
If there was a
generally-
request.
Generally, they don't do any of that.
Sure, okay.
I mean, the only special things would be like toolboxes and things like that, but
Sure.
nothing out of the
Just,
ordinary.
if my eyesight's bad in the sun and I need more tint on my windshield or something, I just
Yeah.
didn't know if we
No,
had
we
a
don't really get
process
too
for
many of
that.
those.
Gotcha. Commissioner
People have
Goike?
tried, I'm sure, but not too many.
Commissioner
Hopefully to
Goike?
help you answer that question, like when I worked for Candace, I put winches on there and I did it myself. And we went through we added stuff and it went right through our normal budget in the office.
Okay.
So that way I could have, instead of taking a big machine out, I could just do it real quick.
He's one of the culprits. This is why I asked the question. Employees are just taking
Bitch on
vehicles,
yourself.
right?
Yeah, but I
he's
saved the
free.
county
Commissioner
money.
Goike showed up with a lift kit and blacked out windows. We all know that. All
It cost the
right.
county though.
I see no other questions. Commissioners, please vote.
Motion passes 10-0.
Thank you. Next is going to be item 7M, a purchase, Todd Wenzel GMC 2026 GMC Acadia all-wheel drive elevation SUV for the Board of Commissioners chair in the amount of $50,571. I need a motion to recommend that to full board,
So
please.
moved.
Motion from Commissioner Hall, support from Commissioner Howard. Nicole?
Okay, last one. It is a GMC Acadia in the amount of $50,571 from Todd Wenzel Chevrolet for Chair Sabatini. This is obviously an addition for his position.
Thanks, Nicole. Chair Sabatini.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Nicole. I have to abstain, obviously, from this item, so I will be abstaining as it would be a conflict of interest. So I just want to say that before you all vote. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Any other commissioners with questions? I see none. Commissioners, please vote.
Motion passes 9-0 with Commissioner Sabatini abstaining.
Thank you. Thank you, Nicole.
Thank you. See you guys soon.
Make sure Commissioner Ha is ready for your next vehicle additions.
Oh, my goodness.
Now we will move on to item N, Professional Services Agreement Amendment, Partners in Architecture, Central Intake and Assessment Center, Capital Improvement Fund, Design Services Amendment Number 9 in the amount of $24,809. I need a motion to recommend to full board, please.
So moved.
Motion from Commissioner Ha, support from Commissioner Wallace. Ben?
Good afternoon. Item 7N is a contract amendment for Partners in Architectural for additional services for engineering support steel for the 4 new Central Intake and Assessment Center elevators. In lieu of the steel contractor hiring a third-party structural engineer to detail the connections, we requested the service from our project architect and engineers. Design amendment includes new hot-rolled steel supports, angles, brackets, channels attached to the structural steel frame that is currently installed and was originally included in the bid documents. Funding for this amendment is available in the Central Intake Assessment Center Jail Capital Improvement Project budget.
Thank you, Ben. Commissioners, any questions? I see none. Please vote.
Motion passes 10-0.
Thank you. Thanks, Ben. Next is item O, seeking full board approval requested at committee for the fiscal year 2027 budget review supplemental sheet. I'll take a motion to approve.
So moved.
Motion from Commissioner Howard, support from Commissioner Wallace. As John stated earlier, we're looking to get full board approval today to start moving on that supplemental sheet for our department heads and get the ball rolling. So, Commissioners, if you have any questions, seeing none, please vote.
Motion passes 10-0.
Thank you. Last but not least is going to be correspondence. I'll take a motion to receive and file A and B, please.
Support.
Motion from Commissioner Wallace, support from Commissioner Romano. Dr. Ambor, do you have anything to add on the CIAC piece while you're here?
No, it was very well prepared. It's excellent. Right. On schedule, within budget.
Thank you, sir. I love that update. Everybody, keep it up. I just see no questions from commissioners. Please vote.
Motion passes 10-0.
Thank you. It is now my honor to hand the gavel over to Commissioner Grote.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Commissioner Kraft. Internal Services Committee Department recommendation, budget amendment, facility operation, juvenile justice center boiler replacement, and a contract with Wakely Architects, design juvenile justice center boiler replacement, $99,000. I need a motion for item 10A and 10B.
So moved. Support.
We have the motion by Bueno and Lucido. Ben,
Okay, back again. So this is
you might have to stay for a
contract-
while. You might have to stay for a while.
This is a contract and subsequent budget amendment for Wakely Architects Incorporated, amount of $99,000 for JJC boiler replacement project design and engineering. Scope of work for this project consists of replacement of existing hot water system boiler, pumps, and all hydronic specialties in the boiler room. Reworking the existing housekeeping pads as required for the new boiler. Reworking gas piping, domestic cold water piping as required for installation and associated items. Evaluating existing mechanical connections, and adjust wiring and protection devices as required for the new equipment. And then painting of new piping, floors, walls, ceilings, housekeeping pads, etc. Existing boilers are 24 years old. Generally speaking, we plan on replacement between 20 and 25 years depending on their condition and use. The new boiler will be significantly more efficient than the existing, so we anticipate savings on the utility side. This budget for this item is included in the 2026 capital improvement plan.
Thank you, Ben. Any questions?
Ken.
Commissioner Goiki?
Thank you. Thank you, Ben.
Yep.
Now, with this contract, they following all the way through for this price. What I mean by that, they're doing the design, and obviously, for the contract when it comes up, we'll have to, go through on that. But with their design, are there going to be follow-ups so that if they make mistakes, that's all eaten into it?
Yeah.
Because when the fitters get in there, and if the design is showing, wait a second, this is a problem. So they'll be there, hands-on as well.
Yeah, it includes construction contract administration, so the architect will carry it from design all the way through punch list.
For this price. Thank you, Ben.
Yep.
Thank you, Commissioner. Anybody else? Any comments? Please vote.
Motion passes 10-0.
Thank you. Item C, contract City Elevator of Michigan, Martha Tiber Elevator Modernization Project, $1,112,901. I need a motion to refer to full board.
So moved.
Support.
Go ahead, Ben.
Okay, this is the elevator modernization project for Martha T. Berry. As part of that, the millage that the board passed, it's been a couple months. But anyway, this project consists of all necessary work for modernization and a maintenance contract for the 5 elevators of Martha T. Berry Medical Care Facility. The project is a turnkey project with the selected elevator contractor serving as the prime for all related work needed to comply with the current building and elevator codes applicable in the state of Michigan. The modernization will involve replacing the existing power units, hoist machines, installing new controllers, auxiliary equipment as specified. Each car includes an allowance for new cab interiors, covering materials, flooring, and labor costs. The project was publicly bid with the assistance of the Macomb County Purchasing Department. 5 vendors submitted bids, and City Elevator was the lowest qualified bid in the amount of $1,112,901.
All right, we have a few questions. Let's start with Commissioner Hall.
Thank you. Ben, how long from the time this is approved will it take to get the elevators installed?
So what happens with these projects is we do a kind of a basis to design for the elevators with the scope and our elevator consultants. The engineer drawings will kind of happen after the contract gets approved. But I would say modernization isn't as bad as brand new cars. Brand new cars are probably 2 years right now. It's kind of crazy. Modernization, it could be 6 months to a year, but it all depends on kind of when we get into the shuffle of the manufacturing the parts. This group, City Elevator, they seem very motivated. So it's going to come down to availability of everything, and but we anticipate modernization beginning this year.
So is the intent to do all 5 at one time?
No, we cannot, because of obviously the building being a
Right.
nursing home facility. So there's limitations. We've been working directly with Jeff and Kevin over there. We're going to our goal is to do banks of 2, but in all instances, it may not be possible, so we may have to do a single at a time.
Thank you.
Yep.
That's all I have, Chairwoman.
Thank you, Commissioner Howard.
Hey, Ben, you explained it a little bit, but can you explain, like, what is the phrase turnkey? Because, like, I think of, like, a house, turnkey house is move-in ready, but I don't understand what the phrase means in regards to this project.
Yeah, so what we had is not all elevator companies can do all the parts and pieces. So some of the bidders we received, they didn't meet our criteria because they were subcontracting some of the work. We were looking for a single contractor to be responsible from start to finish on all aspects of the job. So by turnkey, I mean it's one contractor, one contract, and we turn it over and it's ready to go.
Okay, so that's why some of the lines were missing on the bid tabs from some of the other companies?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, thank you for bidding this out.
Yep,
Thank you so
absolutely.
much. That's all, Chair.
Thank you. Mr. Romano?
Commissioner Hall asked such brilliant questions. He took my flame away, so I passed. Thank you.
We have anybody else? Let's vote. And we have another item.
Commissioner Romano, The system didn't receive
That's
a
what I
vote.
get for pushing a button. Yes.
Motion passes 10-0.
Thank you. Item D, contract elevator company, elevator maintenance, courthouse, county, and administration building elevators, $123,039, $39.71, and we have Ben.
So this is,
I need a
oh,
motion
sorry.
to recommend this to full board.
So moved.
I was so excited about my elevators. This is one of our standard maintenance contracts with Otis Elevator for the 14 elevators located in what I call our downtown campus, so the county building, admin building, and the circuit court building. Maintenance contract is a comprehensive preventative maintenance program designed to maximize equipment reliability, safety, and longevity. It covers routine inspections, adjustments, lubrication, cleaning, and testing. Repairs and replacement of various major and minor components is also included, as is non-emergency labor. The term of this contract is 1 year, and the amount is $123,091.71. Including in the pricing is a 3% price break from the Otis National Service Agreement discount and negotiated rates through Omnia Co-op pricing. In 2027, I'm going to begin exploring the value and possibility of looking at like 3-year service contract versus this 1 year. This comes out of the operating budget and the repairs and maintenance line item.
Any questions? Let's start with Chair Sabatini.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Hey, Ben. So when we put an elevator in a building, we have to use that same manufacturer to maintain that elevator for the life of the elevator. How does that all work?
It's a bit of a monopoly these companies have going, but so it's kind of a strange situation. Some of the elevators have to be, as you're saying, have to be serviced by whatever company it may be. And that decision is made when the elevator is kind of put in and designed. So oftentimes the companies, what they really want is a service agreement or seems. So along with their bid, they'll give you a supplemental price for service agreements in some sort of deal or fashion, which makes their equipment proprietary. The Martha T. Berry elevator modernization project, for example, is a non-proprietary elevator. It gets tricky on the labor side because some of the components the companies still won't be able to service. So what will happen with Martha T. Berry is the year after, they may keep city elevator, but it's possible they don't. I don't, that's under their purview. But for our downtown campus, most of them are Otis elevators and proprietary. So if you hire a third party, they have to sub to Otis to fix some of it. So you end up paying more is what it is. So sometimes, the answer is sometimes they're proprietary, sometimes they're not. It depends on installation.
So did Martha T. Berry decide that they wanted to go with a non-proprietary?
Non-proprietary.
They did. They made that decision. Okay. So then at the CIAC with the new elevators, what did we decide on over there?
So we, this elevator world, we navigated through a company called Corporate Elevator Management. They're elevator consultants. This is the world that they work in. On the jail, we spent a lot of time with elevator companies, and Corporate Elevator recommended the TKE solution for those elevators. So we stuck with the non-proprietary, proprietary TKE elevator for both the modernization in the tower and in the new central intake.
Okay.
Yeah, there's pros and cons to each. Over the term of the elevator's life, which one is cheaper, it's hard to say.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Anybody else? Please vote.
Motion passes 10-0.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item E is postponed from May 13, 2026, Internal Services Committee, Contract Conventional Carpet Incorporated, Clemens Center Probation Department, Carpet Replacement Project, $183,061.10.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
I'd like to make a motion to postpone this to the July 20th, 2026 Internal Services Committee.
Support.
We have a motion and support by Mr. Sabatini and Commissioner Hall. Any comments? Any discussion? Please vote.
Motion passes 10-0.
Thank you. Item F on the agenda is receive and file approval VI bypass process is a contract Macomb County Jail rooftop unit replacement in the amount of $57,565. I need a motion, receive and file.
So moved.
Support.
Goiki and Romano made the motion. Any comments? Any discussion? Please vote.
Motion passes 10-0.
Thank you. Item 11 on the agenda is public participation. This opportunity is for public participation for those who wish to speak for maximum 3 minutes on any issue.
Oh, I thought Andrew and Don were going to speak.
Anybody?
Keep going.
Anybody?
No. Maybe just Don.
There was a lot of conversation today about elevators. In the Macomb County Jail, we have 7 elevators that are all being renovated. You wouldn't believe how difficult that is when you have over 1,000 prisoners. And align that with Martha T. Berry and the patients that they have there, and the difficulty is working with the elevator companies, finding old parts, renovating. It's really quite a process. So I think what you did today was entirely appropriate, but I just had to share that with you. It's very difficult working with elevator companies for some odd reason.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? Closing the public participation. Let's go to number 12, Commissioner's comments. Anybody? Let's start with Commissioner Romano.
I just want to give praise to that young lady that's taking our vote. This is the first time she doesn't have her sidekick with her, and she's doing a great job. Thanks, Becky.
Thank you so much.
That's all I got. Thanks, Commissioner.
Thank you. Commissioner Hall.
I'd like to congratulate Commissioner Grote on doing a fine job chairing this meeting.
I appreciate it. Short agenda.
All right.
Short agenda. We need Commissioner Van Sickle back. Commissioner Goiki.
Thank you. I just wanted to add on about the work that they did for the elevator stuff. That's pretty good. It's such a tight world. I got a nephew trying to get into into the trade right now. That's a very close-knit group of people in the elevators union. They do a lot of fine work, and they're able to work on all of them. But it's there's so many proprietary things and where they specialize in it, and it's really good the way that with the contract with Otis, because if they're always the same company, they can look at something that's at its 50%, whereas a new company, they don't know how it was wearing previous to that, whereas they can judge and assess to do what's best. And I think it's a very wise move for us on representing the taxpayers with their money. So I was very happy with everything today. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Number 13.
Motion to adjourn?
No.
Wow.
We got Commissioner Romano and Wallace making the motion. Please vote.
Snooze, you lose.
Motion passes 10-0.
I was
The
gonna
meeting
vote
is
out,
adjourned.
but Lisa told me.
Thank you all.